What's up, Corporate Misfits? Welcome to the Corporate Misfit Podcast, episode 53. I'm your host, Brittany Darrington, founder of the Corporate Misfit Club and business strategist for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start, launch, and grow their business. I am so excited for today's Monday Misfit Mindset and Motivation episode because we are talking all about dream killers. The dream killers that keep us from our path to success, the dream killers that keep us from actually becoming the entrepreneur or actually succeeding in our business or being our best version of ourselves. So I want to talk all about these dream killers because if you aren't aware of what those dream killers are, then you won't know how to actually approach them or work with them within your life in order for you to overcome them, move past them, and get to your level of success. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's break down what those dream killers are so that you can be aware of them and ultimately you can push past those barriers or you can find ways to take different routes so that you don't have to worry about some of these dream killers keeping you from your success. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
You're listening to the Corporate Misfit Podcast with Brittany Darrington, where female entrepreneurs can get powerful tips and advice on how to start, launch, and grow their business.
One of my favorite quotes is by Pele, who is a Brazilian athlete. He says, "Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do." I truly believe from my own experience that success is not an accident. You have to work in order to get to where you want to go. You have to sacrifice in order to get to where you want to go. And you have to be willing to be relentless and also have the perseverance to get to where you want to go. And as I always say, failure is not by mistake. There's a reason that you might fail or might not actually hit a goal. Were you taking action? Did you put in the hard work? Were you relentless? Did you do anything and everything you could to learn more about that goal and how you could achieve it? If you would like to reach great heights in your business, as an entrepreneur, and also within your life, you have to be willing to do things different from the rest. Majority of people in the world will never tap into their unique skills and gifts because they are following the rules of society. Society has conditioned many of us to believe in the opinions of others and the limitations that others put on us or we put on ourselves. But for you to really define your success and do what others won't, you'll have to break free of the dream killers that keep you from pushing past the ceiling and reaching your highest level of success. And if you can break free of these dream killers, I promise you that you will be able to turn your dreams into reality. You will be able to see your definition of success, and you will ultimately be able to live a life full of fulfillment, happiness, joy, and so much more. The first thing that you have to be cognizant of is fear of failure. This is perhaps one of the biggest dream killers because so many of us are afraid to even take action because we're afraid that we might fail. What if we try to run that marathon and we don't finish? What if we apply for that job or that new position within our company and we don't get it? What if we start that business and it fails? What if we launch a new product or service and no one buys it? What if we decide to put on an event and no one shows up? We are terrified of failure as humans. And one of the things that I have found is that fear can really paralyze us from actually taking action. One of the things that I have found is that if you allow the fear of failure to win, you'll always have a feeling of regret. You'll always wonder what could have happened? What would have been if I would have tried that? Or what if I would have applied for this position? What if I would have started that job? Or what if I would have taken the opportunity to possibly work with this client and see if they were a good fit for my business? What if? You'll always be living in the world of regret and what if. So in order for you to actually achieve your goals, in order for you to get to where you want to go and not let this dream killer keep you from actually reaching that success, is that you have to be okay with failure. You have to be okay with the unknown, and you have to be okay with taking the risk and not knowing what the outcome may be in order to achieve your goal. Now, the next dream killer that a lot of us experience is the fear of success. I know this sounds crazy. A lot of people might say, why would I be fearful of success? But what really happens is sometimes when you start to think about succeeding and reaching another level in your life, you know that that's going to exclude some people in your life. Sometimes we're terrified of reaching success because we know that it's going to be a lonely road. I know that when I started building my business, I started to notice that a lot of people that I was hanging out with, they started to kind of distance themselves from me because I wasn't taking the time to go out and drink and get drunk anymore, or taking the time to go and do meaningless things that did not serve me at that time in my life. So instead, I was putting my head down. I was at home working, going to coffee shops, going to workshops, going to conventions, and things that could ultimately help me to grow my business and grow as an entrepreneur, because that was important to me. And it still is even till this day. But at that time of building my business, I had to make a sacrifice of, if I'm going to do what it is that I feel like I'm called to do, I have to put aside some of the things that have not been serving me well, or some of the things that are keeping me, that are a distraction from my success. The next thing that a lot of us, that keep us from actually achieving our wildest dreams is lack of work ethic. I know this sounds crazy because a lot of us say, oh, I'm going to start my own business. I'm willing to put in the work. But then when the going gets tough, when things actually require you to take action, a lot of people do not want to put forth effort. They think, oh, I said it. Why isn't it easily coming to me? If you want to reach any type of success or goal in your life, you have to be willing to put in the work. If you aren't prepared to put in the work for your dream, you'll never be able to live it. Because I have learned that nothing worthwhile in this world will ever come without big effort. So are you willing to put in the work that is required of you to get your dream? The next dream killer is excuses. So I hear excuses like nobody's business, whether it's about starting a business, or why you didn't complete a task within your business, or why you're not making certain things a priority in your business, whatever it may be. I have heard all of the excuses, trust me. And I have even made excuses. Every time I make an excuse, all it's doing is really hurting me. So I want you to think, why are you allowing your excuses to hold you back? Why are you allowing your excuses to keep you from starting your business or growing your business? Why are you allowing your excuses from keeping you from living a healthier life, or building the empire, or surrounding yourselves around people who could possibly help and take you to where you want to go? Why are you making excuses? And if you are making excuses, I want you to know that this is going to be a big factor from keeping you from success. You can have results, but if you allow your excuses to win, you cannot have both. You can't have results and excuses. You have to break up with your excuses in order for you to get the results. Successful people take ownership of their success and their failures. And if it doesn't work out, they ask themselves, how can I do better next time? How can I improve? But they don't make excuses as to why they don't take action. And a lot of us are worried about coming up with an excuse as to why we're not taking action, or coming up with an excuse as to why we're not successful. So if you want to be successful, you have to start taking ownership and responsibility and allow your excuses to go out the door. Now, the next dream killer is toxic support system. I know your family and your friends, I know they mean well. I know that they want you to succeed. I know that they want the best for you, but sometimes they impose their limitations on you, or their fears on you, or their insecurities on you, because they have never been an entrepreneur. They have never built a business, or they have never experienced an opportunity like what you've been presented with or looking to do. So they have no idea. So they put that limitations, those insecurities, those fears, and those doubts on you. But you have to be cognizant of who you're hanging around. Just because your family member has not become an entrepreneur or started a business, or if your friends have never done what you were looking to do, doesn't mean that you can't. Just because no one in your family has ever reached multi-million-dollar businesses or have ever generated more than 7 or 8 figures doesn't mean that you can't. You have to be able to protect your mind and your energy from your toxic support system. One of the things that I had to do, because I had a lot of friends who had no idea what the heck I was doing. They had no idea of what I was trying to build, and they did not understand my sacrifice or my willpower to do what I was doing. They had no idea and they couldn't understand it. Didn't mean that they didn't love me, but they had no clue how to support me. And they had their limitations, their fears, their doubts, and ultimately that can take you down. So you have to be cognizant of it. And one of the things that I did that helped me drastically was that I started surrounding myself around like-minded individuals. I got in masterminds. I was able to start going and attending different conventions and surrounding myself around people who had similar goals and dreams and also wanted to achieve certain levels of success like I did. So you need to surround yourself around people who get you, who are like-minded and want to see you succeed. And one of the ways that you could do that is by protecting your mind, your energy, knowing that your family and your friends might wish you well and they might not understand, but allowing yourself to go and build a support system of other individuals who are like-minded, who get you, who understand you, and respect your hustle and grind for what it is that you're doing. Now, the next dream killer is lack of discipline and consistency. A lot of people want to achieve their goals, but they don't have the discipline to take action each and every day. Whether it's a small goal or a big goal, they're not willing to do the work each and every day in order to help them get there. No matter what it is in your business, in your life, whatever it is, you are going to have to be disciplined and you're going to have to be consistent. In order for you to get that six-pack, you can't just go to the gym once. You have to be willing to go to the gym a couple of times a week, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. You have to be willing to change your eating habits in order to help you reach those goals as well. During the progress and during that process, results are not going to yield itself. It's not going to reveal itself to you. It's not going to just show up and say, hey, you came to the gym one time. I'm ready to reveal myself to you. Here you go. Here's your six-pack that you're looking to get. What it does is it requires you to be consistent, keep coming in, keep doing the workouts, keep coming in, eating healthy, keep coming in and keep doing it until you keep doing it over and over and over. And eventually your progress and in the process, it's going to start to reveal itself, which equals to results. So if you want to achieve any dream, no matter what it is, whether it's health, whether it's business, or just something personal to you, you have to have discipline and consistency in order to have the traits of a winner. All successful people have some form of discipline and consistency. Now, the last fear that keeps a lot of us from actually achieving our biggest dreams is that we're not willing to continue to learn and grow. Successful people have one thing in common. They are all lifetime learners. If you are not willing to learn and grow, then ultimately I want you to know, I don't care what business you start or what entrepreneurial journey you decide to take, you are never going to reach your highest level of success. You're never going to build the dream that you want. You're never going to be able to feel that satisfaction that you did what it is that you felt like you were called to do. You have to be willing to be a lifetime learner. Don't be afraid to get a mentor. Don't be afraid to join mastermind groups. Don't be afraid to go to conventions. Don't be afraid to take online courses. Don't be afraid to take physical courses, whatever it may be that can help you to continue to learn and grow as an individual through your mindset. That is what you need to do. So, corporate misfits. I know I gave it straight to you today, but I really wanted to talk about all these dream killers that are keeping a lot of us women entrepreneurs from actually reaching success. Corporate misfits, if you want to succeed, if you want to reach any success, if you want your dreams to turn into reality, no matter what they are, whether it has to do with traveling, your fitness goals, your health goals, your business goals, I don't care what it is. If you're not willing to put in the work, you're not going to reach success. Success is not an accident. If you're not willing to do the things to get to success, success will never reveal herself to you. You have to be willing to put in the work, or these dream killers will always win, and they'll keep you from living your best life. All right, corporate misfits. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's Misfit Mindset and Motivation episode. If you have not subscribed to the Corporate Misfit podcast, go ahead and do so. All right, stay tuned because this week we have our Wednesday strategy session and we also have our Friday feature all coming out at 8 a.m. So stay tuned and I can't wait to see you on the next episode.
If you've enjoyed today's episode of the Corporate Misfit podcast, we invite you to check out the Corporate Misfit Club. The Corporate Misfit Club is the essential resource for female entrepreneurs who are looking to start or grow a business they actually love. Whether you are a seasoned entrepreneur in your startup phase or simply thinking about taking the leap into entrepreneurship, we've got your back, girl. With our extensive course library, monthly training, exclusive members-only discount perks, and unlimited tools. We also have a supportive community of women where our members share stories, experiences, their wins, and business tips. The Corporate Misfit Club is the perfect place to be to start, launch, or grow a business. So check it out at corporatemisfitclub.com.